Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 16 of Mentos Plays Rogue Legacy. I hate to say it, but we may resort to using the, oh yeah, in case you couldn't notice, I, was doing a little bit of grinding off camera. Not a whole lot, but I did manage to get a new cape that ups our armor. I upped a couple stats a little bit. So that should help us out against, Mr. Herodotus. But I hate to say it, but if we can't beat him in the first try or two, I may just start locking the castle down and fighting him repeatedly. I don't want this to keep going on and being a huge amount of episodes with me just trying to take out this one boss. I would rather have it where we manage to get less gold, but manage to take him out. So if we don't beat him on the first run or two, depending on how long they take, we may be seeing me start to use the Architect for the first time. Fairy chest objective: defeat all enemies. That doesn't sound so bad. Okay, maybe it's gonna hurt a bit. Oh god, there's so many bullets. Oh, got hit again, and a lot of Ghastlies. Ghastlies are just ways for me to replenish the HP I just lost. That was really simple after a while. But there is a painting or something left because we aren't quite done. There's a Ghastly left. There we go. And with that, we have completed the objective for this fairy chest. Let's see what we get. We get a retaliation rune for our chest plate. That's not bad. I did forget I got a bounty rune unlocked for my bracers, I think it was. Or no, for my cape. Which doesn't have a rune currently equipped. So once we get to a point where I have the gold to do it, I'm going to be putting that on my cape, which will essentially give us 100% gold, I believe. Or actually, I'm at plus 40% right now, so it'll give us like plus 10% gold, or plus 20% gold, sorry, over what we would get without it if we use the Architect. So, my goal is kind of to get enough gold to do that, so that if we do decide to use the Architect after this run, I can put on the bounty rune, and then we're still going to be getting a good portion of the gold we would have. Not as much, obviously, but we're still going to be getting more than we would have if we had not ever upgraded our gold find or gotten bounty runes. So that's the plan for right now. We have reached a couple of dead ends, actually, unfortunately. So we're going to go back this way. You know, part of me wants to beat this boss just for the sake of the Let's Play. Part of me also really wants to beat it so I can play off camera a little bit more freely. Because I do really love this game, and I kind of can't wait to be able to just play it without needing to worry about if I'm making progress or not. I might do a little bit of New Game Plus on recording. But what I'm thinking is, by the time this video goes up, the schedule of the Delver's Drop Alpha, which was of course pushed back once from being right after the Greenlight Super Show, should be out by the time this episode goes up, if I'm guessing right. So I'm going to have a new thing that I'm going to be playing a lot of, and so I think by the time that we're done with this, it'll be time to kind of move on to the next game. I know that I could keep going with this and making it a big series because I will be playing New Game Plus regardless, but I think the best option is to have it done where, oops, that was stupid. But I think the best option is to have it where I will be this is the forest, not the dungeon. The best option will be where I have it where if I could think, oh yeah, where I'm not trying to keep up with this series and doing a series on Delver's Drop at the same time. I think that it would be better, especially with Isaac ongoing, to have kind of 3 ongoing series at once I think is a bit extreme. So we'll probably be seeing just about the end of the series after we beat the final boss, which is of course the one that we'll fight after we fight Herodotus. And we are doing stupidly. Ha! That's right. But, so yeah, unless I get major feedback that I should continue this, I will probably be putting it on hold in favor of starting up a new run through of the alpha for Delver's Drop, because that's another game that I've been looking forward to for a long time. So let's head down here to the darkness. This is a horrible first room, but not that hard really, as long as it keeps putting little safe zones in the middle. There we go. And let's see what we can pull off. We're going to kill this stuff just for the sake of killing it. Not focus too much on it when I can't kill it all. Should be safe from that guy for now. That Ghastly just survived a hit. That kind of surprised me. Oh, you jerk. I hate you. I hate you so much. And you too, Spikeball. Luckily, these mages are all dying in one hit combined between the health up and the attack upgrades I got while I ground a little bit. Oh my god, why? Why am I failing so hard? Nope, we might die on this room. But let's assume that we're not going to. So, yeah. We're just gonna be going through the dungeon here, looking for the boss room. We might do my standard approach of, or we probably will do my standard approach of, if I'm low on health after we get through this area, once we find the boss room, I'll teleport back to the castle and go farm the castle, maybe the forest a bit for lifesteal. That guy actually took a second hit. Oh, no, oh man. That was crazy. And we're gonna take this Ghastly out. Hopefully no problem. Yes. This one as well. There's a chest here. It's gonna give us a decent amount of gold. So we are looking good on the front of getting that bounty rune equipped to my cape, which will stay the case unless we find what was it? A vampire rune for the cape before we find the boss here or die. So now we go now. Go now. And there's a chest up there. I need to go right after that. There we go. I swung at that chest anyway. Force of habit from the Maya. Oh my god. Oh, that was horrible. That was absolutely horrible. But on the bright side, we do have a lot of gold. We can get Sir Eric the Hokage. We can get Sir Kama the Paladin, or the Spell Sword. We could reroll. We're actually going to stick with Sir Eric here. I do like the Hokage class, obviously. We don't actually have enough to upgrade attack strength. I do want to get this bounty rune on my cape. So, oh, that's not the right one. Here, bounty rune, 1750 to unlock. Now, what can we upgrade back here at the manor? We can upgrade our max mana, our magic damage, or our critical damage. It doesn't really help us with the Hokage, but we're going to upgrade critical damage here. Just as a way to spend money. I find it more useful than magic damage with how little I use magic. He's going to take a good portion of our gold. I could have locked the castle down there, but since we didn't find the boss and we were still going to have to explore the dungeon, I figured it's better off to run the risk of getting a little bit more gold. Because who knows, we might be able to beat the boss the first time we fight him today. So it seems kind of silly to lock the castle down when we don't even know where the boss is on the map. But that today will most likely be my first use of... Whoops, that was stupid. My first use of the Architect, because it hasn't been going on that long, but I worry that if I don't try to start rushing the boss, I'm going to spend so much time backtracking and trying to get my health back up that it's just going to be like 1 or 2 runs an episode, and that's going to be all we get at the boss, and that could make it take longer because I'm still trying to learn how to fight the boss well. Stupid, stupid, dumb. So we're going to go, I guess, to the right over here. It's always weird when you have to go upwards to get to the dungeon. Like, you know it's to the bottom, but you also know that the rooms can be kind of labyrinthine Took some stupid damage there. That room looked familiar, didn't it? And we're gonna go ahead and kill that painting. Oh, come on. The ghastly hit me. Of all the things, it was the ghastly that hit me. Jeez. Okay, let's go up here. Destroy some stuff. Get a little bit more gold. My preferred upgrade, if we can get enough gold for it, is attack damage up. Second place would be health up. There's a lot of other stuff that I could still try to destroy, but I also put a point into Death Defy, which means that we now have, like, I think it's like a 1.5% chance to come back to life when we die, which would be, of course, pretty useful. I'm not sure exactly how that works. I know it works the same as Hyperion's ring, but I don't know exactly what that entails necessarily. I don't think I ever ran into that item during the demo more than once. So, we are going to be kind of learning by events here. We are getting crazy gold now that we're up to 150% gold find. We find the boss room with 2 silver line chests, which are going to give us a lot of gold. Some HP back. I should have saved that one drumstick. Oh no, you don't. So see, now I'm in a confusing situation, because on one hand, I know that the dungeon is down, but on the other hand, we don't have... Oh, I guess we do have one room that I haven't been to that's more downwards than this. I guess we'll head backwards a bit, because I would rather be sticking with paths that lead us down-ish. So we want to go down to this room, and then we're going to go back this way, and then to the bottom room over here. Obviously I never explored the bottom because I just went to the top, but there is a room over here, so I should definitely check it. I really wish that we had a PAD would be really useful for this boss. Oh man. This game is probably one of the very few situations where people take some kind of medical situation and say, man, it would be really nice to have this. It's kind of like the cancer trinket in Isaac. Man, I really wish I had cancer. Things that you never hear anyone say outside of video games. So let's go down to the right here. We could trade out Chakram for daggers. I don't think that's a smart trade. Not that I'm going to make much use of either of them, but... So that's not our path. We could go up and to the right and then down. And that's a little bit more gold for us. Oh, I remember this room now. Taking stupid amounts of damage. But those guys are dead now. This barrel is dead. It gave us a gold coin. Well, I mean, the barrel's not really dead. It's just been destroyed. Which is pretty close to being dead, if you ask me. If you no longer exist, that's pretty close to death. Even if you are an inanimate object. That was stupidly risky to get that gold, but we went for it anyway, and it worked out. Obviously, we aren't going to worry about the journal, since we've already discovered all 24 entries of it. Oh, there are spikes down there. That was stupid. Okay, well, we found the forest, which is another place that we can farm if need be. I'm guessing the dungeon has to be around here somewhere. There it is. That was kind of convenient timing. I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be that room, but you can never really be sure. We're going to go to the left here. These skeleton dudes are kind of a pain, but they die very quickly and offer up a lot of gold. Champion Blob. Or Champion Bloob. Because it is called a bloob, not a blob, a bloob. We do get a new blueprint for a sky chest plate. And unfortunately I can't believe I just did that. That was one of the dumbest things I have done this entire episode so far. That was less dumb, because I didn't know that thing was down there, really. Yeah. Oh, I didn't notice there were spikes up there. God, why am I failing so hard at this today? I mean, I know I didn't play yesterday, but Jesus. Sweet troll Gigas. Okay, so we're gonna take that guy out. Take this guy out. That guy did some damage to me because I'm an idiot. He did give me a turkey leg, but then I took more damage. And we need to kill that one. I could really use some more health. There we go. That was oddly serendipitous timing. At least I have a good prediction ability right now. That could help us on the boss. I was thinking about it, and the boss progression in this is actually kind of cool. So you start out with Kidder, the eyeball, who just stays in one spot and has set attacks and everything. And then you move up to Alexander. Oh my god, I didn't even know he was there. Oh, this episode is going horribly. I guess this is what happens when you don't play for a day, but man. Spell Sword, Barbarian King with Stereo Blind, or Hokage with Corporalalia. You know, we're going to reroll these classes. I feel like I get something better, and we do not. So Barbarian King with ADHD and Baldness it is. We're going to take this. We're going to take the attack damage upgrade. We can't upgrade anything else. Let's see what this Sky Chestplate runs us. Sky Chestplate is more armor, 10 more weight. So I would need one more equip load upgrade to wear that. Might be a wise idea. We have a ton of health right now. I should not understate the sheer amount of health that we have. Because it's honestly kind of ridiculous. I don't think that with this character we're going to die before finding the boss. That's kind of why I picked the Barbarian King, was even if the low attack strength makes it so we can't beat the boss, at least we should be able to get to it based on the sheer amount of health we're going to have. I mean, 593 is nothing to sneeze at. That's probably more health than I've ever had in a run before. In fact, I'll guarantee it is, since I've never had a Barbarian King, who are the high HP class, since upgrading my HP last. But, you know what? Logic isn't important right here. What's important is killing this freaking boss. This episode might go long if I do find the boss on this run. I want to give it a few tries with the Architect. I might just let the episode run on a bit. I hope you don't mind, but I feel like it might be best to not split it up if I do that. Glacian shouldn't be too much of a problem in the corner like that. Get some more gold. Guess we're heading upwards, which takes us to the forest. We won't pick up that drumstick over there, because that could be an easy way to heal up a bit before we take on the boss. You know, we could get lucky and walk into the dungeon and find the boss right away. And then we would have a very, very good chance. We'll go down this way. This room is pretty easy as long as you time your jumps appropriately. And of course I fail right as I say that. Defeat all enemies? Sure. Oh, that didn't kill him in one hit? That's kind of disappointing. But we do get a free rune, and it's a siphon rune. Not that useful, but the more runes I'm not going to use that we pick up, the more chances we're going to get a rune that I will use. Of course, I screwed up on the way back too, because, you know, fate wouldn't have it any other way. Whoa. I did not expect to fall all the way down there. We're going to leave that room full, though, for when we're coming back to heal up if need be. And we do find the dungeon right away. Well, not right away, but pretty quickly. Yeah, these guys are taking 3 hits to kill. That's not a good sign for the boss, because the boss's spawns are actually stronger than those ones. The little earth mages. That was a good catch. So I am a bit worried about... Oh... Yeah, we're doing like crazy low damage compared to what we just were, nonetheless what we are with pretty much any other class. Easiest way to kill that is to never let it get in a position to hit you. That seems kind of obvious, I guess, but... Oop. And let's kill that guy. We can hit that guy without jumping. We can kill him. Get his gold. And open this chest, which gives us a Guardian Sword. That should be an upgrade to our current sword. unless it lowers damage to up our armor, which is possible. Because a sword that gives armor isn't an unheard of thing in video games. That guy survived longer than I expected. We got some of those earth mages down there. This room is getting hectic. I say we get out of dodge. Ow. Ow, ow. Run. We just want to find the boss. That's all I want, is to find the boss before I die. And to have at least a shot at him. Dude. And there is no other room attached to this one, so we'll go back here. Oh, that hurt. There's a chest in here, as well as one of these things. Did just do some stupid damage to us that I shouldn't have taken. And down we go. Oh dear lord, this room is horrible. Holy crap. That was the worst room I've ever seen on the dungeon. We do find the boss. We also get a blueprint for a retribution cape. So I guess most of the capes seem to be just most of the armor sky bracers. That's nice too. Most of the armor seems to be just kind of based on armor that already includes a certain rune, but it comes at a cost since it's not a rune. So I feel like retribution probably lowers my defense, but has obviously the attack attached to it. We took some stupid damage there while I'm trying to just get a little bit more gold. And there we go. And then we are going to teleport back to the castle, do a little bit more healing. And then it's time to give Herodotus our another shot. Because we stand a chance. I wouldn't say it's a great chance, but we do stand a chance. We'll just come explore the forest here since we're right next to it. I'm really not too afraid of anything on the forest. This is a low enough level area that we can pretty much kill everything very quickly, just as if we were on the castle. Any drumsticks obviously are hugely useful. That guy didn't die in one hit. That actually kind of surprised me. But we are playing with the barbarians, so I guess it shouldn't surprise me too much. That was stupid damage to take. No drumsticks are dropping, but we're getting gold. I do wish that... I mean, part of me wants to explore the castle, because we could find the Maya, which would guarantee us a drumstick. I am going to go for this, because these usually aren't too hard. It's kind of like an easier version of Veni Vidi Vici from VVVVV. I don't know how many V's I just said, but... Unfortunately, I messed it up for the first time in a long time, so not only did I not get the rune, but I took damage. Which is literally the exact opposite of what I'm trying to accomplish right now, and kind of disappointing. Let's go down. Fairy chest for defeating all enemies. I don't have something that can defeat him right now, actually. The axe can pass through walls, but I am not going to be able to get a big enough angle on it. So with that, I think we're going to go back to the castle. We explored a decent amount of the forest. We're building up a lot of gold, but I do want to try to find the entrance to the Maya, which will give us a teleporter back to the boss, as well as a drumstick, for sure. There's a drumstick right there. And we will kill this ghastly, kill all this stuff, another drumstick. We're actually very close to full health now already. So we just need to be a little bit more careful. Make sure we don't take damage. And we might be able to head back to the boss room pretty soon. Let's start working our way down here. Which should put us in our path to... Okay. Thanks for the free HP, Mr. Spikeball. I don't know what I did to kill you, but I apologize. I didn't really care to kill you. You just kind of killed yourself. And we got a drumstick, so we are back to full health. And we will head right back to that teleporter over there at the forest. Because now is our time to try to shine. Not necessarily our time to shine, but our time to try to shine. I'm going to take a drink real quick as we teleport across so that I can be freshly hydrated for this boss battle. Okay, and now we get to see what awaits us with Herodotus this time. It's hard to tell exactly how many hits he's going to take. But yeah, I was saying earlier how the boss progression is kind of cool. When you think about it, the first boss is Kidder, the eyeball, which is very stationary, obviously. Has just attack patterns, no other enemies in the room, nothing to worry about except for the boss. Then you get to fight Alexander, who is the first boss that actually spawns enemies. There we go. Who is the first boss? Oh, I couldn't jump again because I jumped badly. But yeah, he's the first boss who spawns enemies on you. And then after that you fight against... and he's also the one where you first can't see everything that's going on all at once. And then after that you get, what's his face? Ponce de Leon, who very similarly has other enemies for you to worry about. But in his case, they aren't enemies that track you down. They're enemies that... That was stupid. Yeah, so that guy has enemies that come with it, but they're not enemies that track you down. They're enemies that have their own patterns that you can kind of jump into just by accident. I didn't even remember the spikes were there, taking ridiculous amounts of damage. Now, unfortunately, splitting these blobs up doesn't count as a kill for my lifesteal. But, yeah, so those guys are kind of more of a random element where you don't really know what they're going to do. This one is close to dead. Worry about this mage first because he is the most concerning thing in terms of spontaneous attacks. But yeah, so we've got that is the case with that boss. And then this one kind of brings it all together with it splitting up into little enemies that are all unpredictable. With it having enemies spawned along with it, which is the mages, and with everything just kind of not necessarily tracking you down quite so much. I mean, they do tend to track you, but they also tend to kind of do their own thing. It's only really, I mean, they don't necessarily get moving at you in a straight line. They kind of just blubble. I don't even know if that's not really a word, but I just said blubble, so that's the word I'm going with. Apparently that is how blobs move, by blubbling. So now we want to break him down. Take out the mage. That's very important, because that's going to give us a little bit of HP back. Although I keep falling onto these things unexpectedly. And take that one down. Ow. I think my strategy of going about this like Envy isn't really the best strategy. I think I should just be attacking anything that gets in my way. Because the smaller blobs aren't really any more of a threat than the bigger ones. And we are going to die on our next hit, guaranteed. So we need to be extra careful. And that worked. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, I got another little bit of HP back for killing one of the mini blobs. Another 4 HP back. Just keep it up. Just keep not getting hit and we can't lose. Yes, I did just say that knowing entirely that it was literally the most obvious thing I have ever said in this Let's Play. Oh man. Where did Magey Man go? Oh, that was close. Thank you for the little bit of HP and the little bit of gold. And that... Oh, he jumped up underneath me. Oh man. That was disappointing. That was very disappointing. So we got a paladin with hypergonadism, an assassin who's a savant, and a barbarian queen who's OCD. Let's reroll real quick. We got an assassin who has ADHD, an assassin who has dwarfism and OCD, and hypergonadism and baldness spelunker. You know, we're going to play the spelunker. I know his stats are low, but that's going to help to... I want to increase this a couple times, actually. That'll give us enough to buy the new equipment that we got next run. Hopefully. Why do I feel so much slower than even the normal guys? God. But, yeah, we're just gonna... Oh my god, I forgot to lock down the... No! I wanted to lock down the castle so that I could just teleport to the boss and make advantage of the fact that I was getting extra gold from being a spelunker, to where if I beat it, it would hurt even less to be getting only 30% and only 70% of it. And then I completely forgot to talk to the architect. So this episode is going to go on a little bit longer than I had just planned because yeah, we're going to be going back to the dungeon. We'll fight the boss one more time. If we don't succeed, then we will start the next episode, which will literally be a boss rush until I beat it. Who knows how long that would take, and especially with the fact that by doing so we can't really get gold built up in the meantime. So it could be kind of difficult to progress, so to speak. But this is a pray for assistance. What do we get? We get Sharon's Oboe. You know, that's one that I got in the demo and I never figured out what it did. We're almost at 200% gold find when playing with the Spelunker, which is awesome. So obviously, as usual, the stuff in the castle isn't really a threat to me. Even with my lower stats, I'm going to be killing everything in one hit. So that's not really an issue. Spike Ball just killed itself. I got HP for it. I'm okay with that. I just want to get to the boss room. That's all I want. I want to get to the boss room, fight the boss even if I'm not at full HP, because honestly I don't think I'm going to beat him with a Spelunker anyway. Well, I guess I should give it an honest shot, but you know, I think that we're going to be waiting till next run to actually have a chance of beating this thing. I forgot that we had Hypergonadism. That's actually kind of cool. Oh my god, I had no choice but to take damage. Oh god, why? That was stupid. I shouldn't be trying to rush these rooms, but I'm going to anyway. And let's see now. Double fiery horse that I can't really get across without taking damage, so there's the damage that we had to take. No. No. Not doing that one. We're almost dead, unfortunately. Still no sign of the boss. I might just lock the castle down even if I don't find the boss, for the sake of having a nice easy way to figure out where it could be, and we have died. So, trying to rush through the dungeon didn't really pay off for me. Thank you all for watching. As usual, any kind of likes, comments, subscriptions to help out would be much appreciated. We will be back on the next episode using the Architect to lock down the castle and trying our best to get to the boss and then boss rush him and defeat him. Once again, thank you all for watching. Have a good night, day, whenever it may be, and I will see you on the next episode.